All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Minnesota Vikings. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Get ready! Get ready!
At their own 29-yard line.
Set, ready.
Right here, over there, right?
60 Pittsburgh.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook.
Run!
Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Mike 52. I'm on. Double tight.
You got three down.
They run again on first down. Cook, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Score, fellas.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
80 weapon. Here we go.
Kill. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
Hot.
On second down, Cook trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Now
Let's do
whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Ready. 60 outlaw. D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Here we go.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Shift.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll try to run with Madison, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, Mike 52. Ready, go.
2nd and 5.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Vikings 7, Jaguars nothing. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
10 Tucson. Hey, we heavy on the edges, Slam.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch 54. You got double up.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
6'6", pull it high.
I'm coming.
Alert, flare.
Rock it.
Flare. Ready.
Minshew, 1st and 10.
Switch.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Ready, go.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Let's go.
That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal.
Ready, go. They're coming.
Going on the ground with Madison. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Right here. Check three.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Jaguars nothing. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Jaguars take
Come
over
on, baby.
first and
Let's
10
go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, Frank.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, Jaguars 6.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Off the play fake. Love. Going deep for Diggs. He's got it at the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
It's our time.
Here's Madison running on first down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Watch one.
Hey, alert. Mike's hit. Ready.
Looking to throw on second down.
Just like that.
Love. And it's caught. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
That's another Vikings first down. First and goal.
They come out here in the eye.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
He's checking. Blue dark workers. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Jaguars 6. Robbie Gould set
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Come on, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
54.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shift. Shift.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Wide. Get wide. 40. Gone. 9, check 49.
Check 4. Check 4.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Check go.
Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to air one out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. T.J. Green with a pick. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Madison.
Outside coming.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through.
Hey, they're
And if he
scared.
comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st and 10, Love. It's complete to Diggs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
The mic. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Shift.
44.
They'll try
Hey,
to run
defense,
this
let's
one
go.
in.
Pick it up,
And
D.
he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive
Right
not
there.
as successful. They go
There,
backwards
baby.
after those 2 first down gains.
And goal at the Jaguars' 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Stop your whining.
Echo. 52's the mic. Watch Mike.
Hey, pick it up, D.
Looking to throw. Love. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Showing eight.
Sam on.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Jaguars.
70. Indy.
42's the mic. You go night. Time to go night.
Check 52. Squeeze. Big River.
Throwing on first down, it's Minshew. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And all the way inside the 15
Good
before
work,
they
boys.
drop
Let's
it.
go.
Good work
Let's
after
go.
the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Day.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. That changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard
Let's go.
line.
Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Chopper, chopper.
Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check, 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 check.
Ready, go.
Off play action. Love. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Draw play, Madison.
Let's go. Come on.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They'll run with Madison. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here I come.
From the gun, Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
Okay,
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
I'm coming.
44, Mike.
Ready.
Back to throw. Love. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
He'll rifle this one deep. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Check 66. Go.
Another carry now for Madison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on 1st down. Love. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Mike, 44. 18 Gator. You punk. 22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber.
44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check, check.
Ready, go. Target,
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Ready, go.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 3rd down, Love. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Here we go.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
61. Matchbox, light.
Hey. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hut. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly. As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go right here now. Hey, we got tight left.
3 down.
3 down.
2nd and 6. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Rip right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Love to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will get the lead up to 14. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Jaguars take over.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
Watch the twist.
The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't exist. He's not a team anymore. Just cut him. So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Punter.
He's crazy.
It wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Ready.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
when we talked about him, they did.
You know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Come. Watch the safety creep.
Yo, cheetah.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Hey, Echo. Go.
Hold the look, hold.
Say go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. And his throw is incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Ready.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10
hot route.
at the
Hot,
41.
Hot. Kill. Deep rip.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
661, matchbox lights.
At the 40-yard line.
Golf. Snap.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The 2nd down pass. Incomplete on the throwaway.
Come on.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
I got 83. Singles.
Hey, exit.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Go.
We got it.
5.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's it, huh? Good work, boys. Let's go.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Jaguars take over.
Come on, fellas.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
Jaguars
42,
come to the line to
42.
start their next
Get him,
drive.
get him,
And last
get
time,
him.
decent
Get
field
him.
position through the
Out.
pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position
wasn't
means
ready.
go ahead and
He
attack on
wasn't
offense.
ready.
Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this
So
possession.
the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
Check.
The
Watch
ability
54,
to stay
watch
on
54.
task, to follow
Let's
up your
get it.
assignment, go
Hey,
to the
Delta.
gap you're supposed to cover, and
Right
not
there,
be deterred
54,
by anything
right there.
else.
54 Mike.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, watch Sam.
Yes.
54. Mike, 50.
Hit it. Watch the
Here's
run.
Minshew.
Watch the run.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th
Mike,
down.
5-5. Mike, shoot. 5-5.
On 4th
You
down,
can't block me.
Minshew.
You can't block me.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. A 14-yard first down
Let's
pickup
go,
for the
boys. Bring it up.
Jaguars. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Minshew. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Hey, zoom. Go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew under pressure again, and down he goes again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I got it.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Get the ball. Mike, 5-5.
Big River.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side on target to Thielen.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen.
Looking to throw. Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Let's get that ball.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Why? Who? Here we go. Ready. Mike,
Operating from the gun.
Switch up. Switch up.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Come on.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, Love. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Pick.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wait, set 53!
Check, 59.
Watch the run. They're running it.
X3, 218, ram crash.
On first down, Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Strong right. Four down. Alert.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
That's it,
no
baby.
gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Wait, set. Wait, 20!
47. Check, 47.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Throwing on second down, Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
All day.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
47.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard.
It's easy work.
Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Open man is Michael Thomas. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps his drive moving.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little thread.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Josh Jones in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Check.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Watch the out. Hey, easy. Jam him.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray. His first touchdown of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hey, check
The
Mike
Bucs offense
47.
set
Check
to
Mike
begin their
47.
next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game. These days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, baby.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready. We ready?
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Good. Ready. Check 3.
Here's Breeze to throw.
He's coming.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Check it, reload. Bang.
Bravo!
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On second down, it's Jones. And some room to roam now. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second and 7.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Don't let him breathe! Sammy! Breathe! Play that tight D! Don't let him breathe, defense!
Now a play fake. Breeze.
Fresno!
Pass incomplete.
Breeze pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up third down and 7.
Ready?
The Saints on
95,
third
56,
down.
95,
A perfect
56.
3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and 7. Now Breeze. And he finds Cook. Dodges him at the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Play to win. Let's
Give him 30
go.
yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's
Coming to
face
you,
it, that's
coming
what we
to you.
absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, easy.
Push motion!
45.
Breeze will try again on second down.
Hey.
And that's complete to Sanders. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
36.
Kamara's got the first down and then some. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look for a drive to tie this up. Down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly
53.
does. Touchdown, touchdown,
Watch that.
touchdown.
Check
Not
Mike
sure it can be
K.
much
Hey,
better than
Wolf.
that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Focus, defense, focus. Mike's 5-4.
5-1.
5-4. Mike's 5-4. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Easy.
Right there. Right there, right there.
Hey, easy.
Rebuzz.
Here's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante
Pick
David.
six, baby. Let's
Thomas,
get
the
this
intended
all day.
target. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play,
Come
and
on,
it
let's go.
backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind.
Check,
What do your
47.
coaches always tell you?
Let's go,
Get it
let's
back
go.
one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away,
Get
and
there.
it didn't work out.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early. And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1.
Here we
Brady's
go,
incompletion on
Here I
first
come
down
again.
leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here I come again.
Throwing now is Brady. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
came out to play. I've been here, brother. Don't be mad.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
Check Mike
I
47.
don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the locker.
Check 26, check 26.
Look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Get ready.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Breeze leaves this one with Camara.
Kill.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, let's get over. Field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
On the ground, this is Camara. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Boom! Bust stop!
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Alert 3.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away.
And 8 yards to go.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run out of the gun with Camara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So after the run by Camara, now another first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where...
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback
47
gets
to
hit.
Mike, boys. 47. 47.
On third and long, it's Brady.
You remember me?
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on. And maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, tackle. 21. We got this.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Move.
Mike's 5'4".
He runs.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch
To throw, it's Breeze.
Wild Bill.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
We got to seal this game.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike to 59.
Crunch time.
Hey, go 66.
On play action, it's Brady. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike's 47.
Alert.
I'm coming.
Hey. High 7. 53, land now.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect, incomplete.
I'm going to hit you.
Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Second half action at Heinz Field. And tack on some more points for the Steelers, extending their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
They don't want it, fellas.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Let's go.
23 yards, the final tally.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, I'm coming.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Got a man open, it's Thomas. It's a touchdown
That's it,
for
baby.
New Orleans.
We got 6 all day.
Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right there.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Fighting to stay upright. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, 4 down.
Here's Brady to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
They can't stop you,
4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Saints 49, Buccaneers 17.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mike 50.
Now Brady.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
54. Bring it.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready. 5-9.
Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, that's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Check. 45's the mic.
Come on. Come on, D.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Kamara. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All day, baby, all day.
And they will take a knee here.
Breeze on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and...
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch 54. No chance.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
The play lost a yard.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Breeze on the keeper. Today's final score, Saints.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Set to kick off.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
No, 58.
42's the mic.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
Run.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
I'm coming for you, son.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Scan 300.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a good shot.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. It's Hill, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go! Let's go!
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
Green Bay.
Blue 58.
Check Mike, 50.
Go to 50.
54.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it inside the 10
Good
to
work,
the 9.
boys. Let's go.
This game
Let's
not
go.
quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Check 30. 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is third and goal.
Trying to collect.
26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 18-yard line.
Got it.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Hey, come on, O. Come on, O.
And go.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
You got him.
2 yards on the
You
pickup
got it.
there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, pick your game up.
47's the Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. So
after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They take to the air on the first play of the drive, and the pass just a little bit off there.
I thought there was some turbulence in the pocket there. Took him off platform, off schedule, unable to get set and make a nice throw.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Rodgers now throwing again. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
I'm taking it.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Man, I got you. Charlie, I got you. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47.
Ready, go.
To throw again. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Vikings send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Watch out for Hill on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
58, 54.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Right there.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
From the 39, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Danny.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards
Let's go, boys.
on the
Let's go.
return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Love. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Get the ball, D. Get the
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw something good here on 3rd and 13.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Watch the curl, watch the curls.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back in the back 7, phenomenal.
They'll run it with Madison. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
Pick it up.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Mike, 27 Mike. Outlaw. Mike, 27. Hard.
Check pass.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Set hut. Ready.
Off the play fake. Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Blue dark corkers, blue dark corkers.
47. Check, 47. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Alpha.
You don't want it. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
On 4th down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
And that's caught by
stop.
Smith. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Let's go.
I think they might have surprised him there, partner, because you try and guard the first down line first and foremost to stop them there, and they just went ahead and bypassed that in a big way and took a big shot downfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
is here, baby.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Okay,
Following the pickup of 4, here's
Check.
2nd and 6.
6 man.
H3 218. Chopper.
Fofo.
Cut it.
Mike's Fofo. 65.
2nd and 6. This is caught. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
We got this.
As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Come on, set.
They'll come out in the pistol. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Get wide.
They'll try to run with Madison, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Another loss. Another day.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Go. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. 44, Mike.
Off play action.
D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 18-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Push him back. Push him back.
Operating from the gun. Love. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Ready.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's Madison running on first down. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On the set.
47's the mic.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Want it. Come to my world.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shift.
Delta. Cheetah. Ready.
To throw on second down. Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a Victor touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A beautiful fake. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Showing 8. Watch twist.
Protein squill.
Twist.
Ready.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Matchbox, light.
Together. 6 guys. Check.
It's complete to Diggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They go play action here on first down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Mike, 319.
54. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down. At the 45-yard line.
You felt that
2
one.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Back north. 319.
On the delay, Jones.
Run to the ball. Run.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Watch twist. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check.
Right there. 54. Right there. 50.
Back north.
You're not ready.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Get that quarterback,
And a throw there going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
The Vikings
Keep playing hard.
at their own 20-yard line.
On the double.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They're
And
not
the
ready for this,
interception
man.
last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they
Y'all
wanted.
playing the wrong football.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
I know you feel
How's the
that.
head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake. Love. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Jack!
Hey, Mike. Hey, 88. 15.
Rodgers now to throw. Going for the deep. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown.
Touchdown!
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Madison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He wasn't ready.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
Here we
So
go.
the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Play action. Love. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Boys, bring it up.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Recon 132 fighting.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison.
Motion. Watch 10. Watch 10.
Schwab down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Check 30. Switch gears.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 24.
You better bring it.
Check.
After the penalty, it's Jones. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Oh, yeah!
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mike,
Green 18.
Mike's 5-4.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
On first down, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That's it, baby.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They're coming.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54.
To throw is Rodgers. Operating from the gun. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Got it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next
Here we go,
drive
D-Up.
underway.
Hey,
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
You're trash. Ready.
From the gun, Love. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Vikings 18.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now Jones looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Again, it's Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up the 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check, 55 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Boom!
So they will take the sack
it.
instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Check,
Now
check.
they face a second and
I'm
long
coming after
following
you.
the
I'm
holding
coming after
penalty.
you.
Tight dog.
Orbit. Let's go. Get set. And go. Mike,
Operating
47.
from the gun. Love. Oh, this is going to wind up a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a two-score game.
And two, doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately, that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Let's go.
Mike.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Me and you all
And
day,
with the defense
all
out
day.
of
I'm
timeouts,
coming after
powerless
you.
to stop the
I'm coming
clock.
after
This
you.
should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
No. 319.
Washington 5.
All day, every day, any day.
319.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Today's final
So
score
it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.